A smooth pedalling style is the holy grail of cycling aesthetics. Now, it's certainly possible to win the Tour de France with a messy pedalling style, but it doesn't happen very often. Smooth pedalling is pro.
Yeah, so this has got us thinking, which GCN presenter is the most pro? Who has the smoothest pedalling stroke? Now, Matt has experience on his side.
Thank you.
Dan rode the Tour de France. Which team is it for again, mate? Yeah, okay. And both he and I started out our careers mountain biking, which supposedly is the way to get the smoothest pedaling action. So, which of us is the smoothest?
Now, the latest firmware update for Garmin's Vector power pedals and their Edge head units has opened up all kinds of new and interesting metrics and analysis related to the way in which we pedal. So, for the first time ever out on the open road, we're going to be able to test who's got the smoothest pedaling action and therefore who is the most pro. And it has to be said, I'm pretty blooming confident.
In this experiment, because it is an experiment, oh yes, we're going to do 3 different efforts 2 times. 1 sprint of 10 seconds, 1 hill climb of 60 seconds, and 1 steady state effort of 5 minutes. The first time, we're going to do the efforts as we would do normally, without thinking about the way that we pedal. Then, for the second block of efforts, we're going to concentrate on keeping our pedal stroke and power application as smooth as possible through the pedal stroke.
We will then be able to crunch all of the data and analyse exactly which presenter is the smoothest pedaler. Although, to be fair, it only takes one look at a video where Matt's riding on GCN to see that his left knee and pedalling action is all over the bloody shop.
I can't help it, I haven't got a left glute, honestly. You won't find it, Si, it's no good, I haven't got one. The dust has settled, Dan's even done his hair. Si, the results are in. Who is the GCN most smoothest presenter? Can't wait.
Pedaler.
Pedaler.
Well, yeah, apologies, it has taken a while to crunch the data. I forgot my glasses, so I've lost my science powers. First up, we're going to look at left-right balance. So how much power you put through each leg proportionally. Matt, in 3rd place, I'm afraid, mate. 48 to 52%. I'm in 2nd place, 51 to 49. That leaves Dan supposedly perfectly balanced at 50-50.
Not surprising?
Can't be right.
No.
Well, it is though, isn't it?
Second, let's look at pedal platform offset, right? So this is where on the pedal you put power. So it's a good indication of how your knees track, I think.
It's a cracking bit of data. I didn't realise the Garmin did that, but that's really cool.
No, Matt, we can actually see your dicky knee in the data. So your left,
Well, I've got one.
Your left foot is minus 4 millimeters offset, so that shows that your knee's tracking inwards, and your right is plus 2 millimeters.
Yeah, but I have actually got something to say on this because, believe it or not, Si, I did bring my scientific glasses. I've been doing some number crunching myself. So, Si, interestingly, your pedals, you had minus 5 and minus 4 millimeters, so you're knock-kneed on both sides.
Well, at least I'm knock-kneed evenly though, right? But hang on a minute. If you crunch through the numbers, presumably you know what's coming next.
I just looked at yours.
Dan, 17 millimeters and 9 millimeters.
That's even more
Joking.
thrown out on one side, isn't it?
Who knew, on both sides? Who knew that the boss rode like that? Moving swiftly on, let's take a look at the pedal phase, right? So this is how much of the pedal stroke you are applying power to the pedal, right?
Okay.
So presumably a longer stroke gives us a smoother stroke. Matt, your pedal phase is very similar for both legs. 222 and 207 degrees.
Didn't say,
left and right leg.
Didn't say good on
360.
both legs, just similar.
360. Well, yeah, similar. Dan, your pedal phase is slightly longer at 234 and 228 degrees, so broadly consistent. And mine, 262 degrees and 257 degrees.
And what were you doing then?
Well, it's natural smoothness, isn't it? I've just got an enormously long pedal phase.
I have actually looked at something else interesting though on your graph, which I studied, Si, and that is that actually when you try to pedal smoothly, you're much less smooth than with your natural pedal stroke. So here is you with your natural pedal stroke, really consistent, and there's you trying to be smooth with loads of choppy bits all over the place.
That's amazing, isn't it?
And it made absolutely no difference to your sprint, except for the fact that you put out 300 watts less when you were trying to be smooth. I mean, you looked great,
Thanks.
but yeah,
Looked good.
300 watts less.
But okay, so moving on from that, on that graph, Matt, you actually were almost bang on super smooth when you tried to be, which I think is quite cool. But that's only on the 5-minute one. On the 60-second one, And on the sprint, there was no appreciable difference between trying to be smooth and just going natural. And Dan, you were absolutely the same as well. Much smoother on the 5 minute when you tried to be, but no difference. So from that, I wonder whether when you have to really press on, all attempts at trying to be smooth just goes completely out the window.
You are what you are, aren't you? When you're putting power through the pedals, you get what you're given. And we've showed that.
Now that is
Wow,
a conclusion
that is a
and a half.
conclusion and 3/4 probably, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
So who actually, ultimately, is the smoothest presenter? Because
Well, that's
in my mind,
is
experience
obvious.
based, I've got souplesse flipping coming out of my ears.
Oh, do you mean smoothest peddler? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
But, well, yeah, I agree that you do have souplesse coming out of your ears. But if you look at the data, I think it's me. I've got this beautiful long power phase. When I'm not trying to be smooth, I just happen to be smooth. Surely. No?
And not need. I actually think it was me. 50-50, perfectly balanced.
Yeah, but way offset.
Yeah. Perhaps we should let GCN viewers decide. Who do you think is the smoothest presenter? Pedaling presenter. Now, if you want to see more GCN videos on pedal analysis, then why not check out an excellent one just up there where we check out whether you pedal differently on flat roads to climbing.
Yeah, we've also done a lot of science here on GCN. Very top level science, I think everyone will agree, and you can find the playlist to do with that just down there.
Yeah, and to subscribe to GCN, click on who you think is the smoothest presenter.
My word.
I tell you what.
Bloody hell, there's a lot of clicks. Right, may the best man win. Good luck, mate.
Fist bump.
I think you'll need it.